getting the first pick.
Get three, Pyro, get three with the
Void Kid putting on a clinic.
whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Welcome to Overwatch Tranquility Tournament tonight. We are going to see a great game here. We're going to have Void, we're going to have Delta Threat, we're going to have them facing off right now, and it's going to be a great game here. Both of these teams are such incredible forces to be feared in our Harmony division here, and we are going. It's just going to be a great game. I'm excited. So I am here with Val Nalo. Val, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Really excited to be broadcasting another Harmony match with you, man. Had such a blast last time. Got called back to do it again, and man, I'm ready to go. These two teams ready to duke it out. The Aurum division, they're Pool B, I believe. Very close. You got Modify at the top, and then pretty much everybody else strapping it out 2-1, 1-2, all within a couple maps. And this is why we say every map matters, because right now these teams are about to be they're pretty much all looking about the same record. We got 4 people at 1 and 2. It's all about the map. You got to get as many maps as you can right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is the choice between, what is, if you win 3-1 versus 3-2, it really does depend on that. And, so we're going to see these two teams face off here in our first map, which is going to be Oasis. And Oasis, control maps are really unique in that each of those 3 points can be so different in the team comps that you can run. So, Val, what team comps do we think we're going to see here?
A fairly open map, especially something like City Center. I think you're going to see something like Dive. You might see the Wrecking Ball, Monkey, something like that. We just saw on the previous patch, Roadhog got some buffs, so we might be seeing some Ball and Chain out there, which I would personally love to see. Oasis, Void undefeated on this map, so hopefully they can pick something up.
Yeah, absolutely. Very exciting here. So we are just about ready to get in here. So we're just waiting for the readies from both teams, and then we will get into our next map here. Our first map here, pardon me. I'm just so excited here. Personally, Void was the first team that I ever casted, so I'm really excited to see them here in their new league and doing pretty well so far. They're at second place at 2-1 here.
Yeah, I will admit I got a little bit of bias going into this match. We talked about it just a little bit for the stream. Delta Threat. My cat's name is Pazuzu, so obviously gonna be rooting for them. I hate to say it, but I gotta root for the kitty.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. If your cat's on the team, you gotta root for your cat.
Jetpack cats know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. So we're going in here, and as soon as this game gets started proper, the round gets started proper, we will see these heroes coming out here, yeah. All right, so, like you said, will we see some Ryan Zarya here? Ryan Zarya here coming out from Void, and not much yet here from Delta
Yeah,
threats. We're gonna see what
definitely
happens.
get brawly on this map.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably see a lot of close range on this map. Maybe some Reaper, Doomfist, Kree. Symmetra definitely. I know a lot of people like to just teleport out of spawn, but can definitely be run on this map. But you'll see a lot more, like I said, that close range style, that Ryan Zarya, maybe even Ryan Hogg. You're not going to see a lot of Pharah. You'll probably never see a Widowmaker on this map. If you do, somebody's one tricking in. I kind of feel bad for you.
Yeah, that makes sense here. So we're gonna see Levioflight on the Symmetra, gonna teleport his team out of spawn just to switch to the Ashe here. We have the May Reaper on the side of Delta Threat. So very interesting here. Showdown Chain immediately just rushing forward, gonna take a lot of damage, but so much aggro here coming from Showdown Chain. Just taking so much damage, but he's gonna go down. But so is Noodles here. Levioflight going to find that pick there, but Red Sparrow having the better position for the Resurrect here. Oh, but Noodles just charges in. He just absolutely goes right in. HAL 9000 going to go down here. The members of Void, they're going to capture the point nonetheless. Usually when you see that Mercy go down, it spells doom, but it did not for Void here. They're going to take this point.
Yeah, Showdown Shane getting resurrected there later on, able to turn that fight, able to give the sustain needed, but big progress built up for Red Sparrow and Pazuzu, both in the ultimate, slightly ahead of their counterparts, HAL 9000 Sweaty Asian on the side of Delta, or Void there, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, HAL 9000 and Sweaty Asian, the support for Void here, they don't have as much ult charge, especially on the Valkyrie here. Here comes the Bob, and both of these support ults are going to come out. Noodles is going to get nano, taking so much damage though, going to get anti and going to go right down there, especially with that Bob in the backline here. It's just not. Oh, but Red Sparrow is going to go down here for Delta Threat. That's not good. As I said, usually when you see that Mercy go down, it spells doom because you lose that Resurrect. You lose just so much healing and the damage boost as well here. HAL 9000 just is able to play Mercy there, and that's just another fight win here for Void. It's going to be Delta Threat backing up.
Yeah, as you said, the Mercy is such a key component to this composition. Not only putting out tons of heals, but also being a major damage contributor with the beam, especially onto this Asher. Getting those damage boosted dynamites are very destructive.
So much. Oh, the shadow from Showdown Shane goes right into the shield of Noodles, and here comes the Blizzard out from Lance, going to find those kills. Shadow's High Noon will find Red Sparrow, but it will not be enough. Noodles getting the nano, going to chase down the members of Void. Team kill for Delta Threat, and a pause for us.
All right, so a bit of a pause there, but just want to go back to that last fight.
Yeah, absolutely. This last fight was. Oh, well, looks like
we're going back in.
For long. We're going right back in. Strap in. And,
no, wait, we got baited.
No. Surprise. You didn't expect it. It was, surprise. In fact, yeah. You thought that we were actually going back into the game. Haha, you fools. We were actually not going into the game. And in fact, we are now not in the game. But so
it looks like production is ready. We're just gonna get for the ready up from the team. But I do want to go back. Lance, massive blizzard in that previous fight. Oh god, we had a disconnect too.
Oh no,
oh
Red
goodness.
Sparrow. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Red Sparrow.
I missed that. Okay.
That's not good there, because that is your Mercy player, and like I said, that Mercy is such an important member there. And you do not want to lose your Mercy, either by death or by, internet issues.
And that's going to have several devastating consequences going for this next fight. Now, they can't push forward because they're minus a healer, so you can't really push up like you typically want to on maps. I don't know what the ult charge was before the disconnect happened, but it's 0 now going into this fight. But on the bright side, for Delta, they're gonna have 3 very big ultimates going into this fight. You're gonna have your Graviton Surge, absolutely massive, can win a fight on its own. Earth Shatter, absolutely massive, can win a fight on its own. And a Death Blossom, which if you're sneaking enough, you 2P in the back line, you get it on both the supports, fights over there. So they have very, very strong ultimates compared to what we have on the other side, which is just the Graviton Surge. They just used High Noon, they just used Valk, they just used Shatter. Sweaty Agent should have the Nano, though, built up as the fight takes place. So you might see a late, if the fight kind of gets prolonged, we have these dueling Graviton Surge where just nobody's fighting, nobody's doing anything. You might see Sweaty Asian build up a Nano there and then use it on, either the Reinhardt to build up a Earth Shatter if he's close enough, or even on Levi there. I don't know if that's Levi of Light, Levio Flight. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so I'm going to apologize.
Yeah, I think it's
to the Ash
Levio
player.
Flight.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's Levio Flight. I'm not 100% sure though. I should know.
Okay.
So
Ash player Levio. This is how we're going to pronounce it. We apologize if it's a mispronunciation. But moving forward, he's going to have Bob very soon in this fight, and that can turn the fight if in these elongated fights, going into fight around like 60 to 70% of your ult is really, really good, because now you build in the fight. Now you have this late ultimate to sustain your fight even longer.
yeah, absolutely here, even with the unfortunate disconnect of Sparrow there, you still have a lot of ultimates on the side of Delta Threat here. You have the Death Blossom, you have the Grav, you have the Shatter, and that's a lot of ultimates compared to not a lot on Void. So it's still pretty good for the members of Delta Threat here in terms of going forward to try and hold here.
Yeah, like I said, it gives them a lot of sustain. The trouble is none of their other members are kind of close to ultimates. So unless they get value out of the ultimates that they do have, they're not going to be building up any ultimates mid-fight like we could see from the Ashe or from the Reinhardt or from Sweaty Asian there.
Yeah, absolutely. But
so
now
they
time
have
for
to
speculation.
Oh, are we here?
Now the time for speculation is over, because it is time to get back into the game.
We're back.
The game is on pause. We are back for real. Promise, pinky promise here. Delta Threat, Red Sparrow going to be getting back onto the Mercy here, just as you'd expect. And now Void could try and go for a cheeky play here and try and get back before Red Sparrow gets back. It does not look like they'll be trying to rush in. So, yeah. But there we go. Oh, the wall comes in, but it does not catch Showdown Shane here. And it's just the Reinhardt's face-to-face in that shield war. Showdown Shane just taking any opportunity he can to swing in, and Leviofight's going to catch Noodles as well. And Shadow on this flank going to catch Bruticus as well there. That's so good there from Shadow, taking that off angle, taking that high ground, and just using it to take it down the members of Delta Threat here. Oh, the anti-nade going to come out from Pazuzu there, but it's still going to be Noodles who falls here. And looking at that, it's going to be the advantage here for the members of Void. It's still possible for Delta Threat to come back, but Levio Flight going to get more picks, and that's not good for Void here. They need a touch very fast. They need someone to get onto point right now. Oh, but the Graviton is going to come in. It's going to prevent anyone from coming in. No one's even going to
Such a cheeky grab.
That was a very cheeky grab there from Dire Raven, and that is going to be round one, going the side of Void here.
Yeah. In the fight previous, Shadow living up to the name, being very, very sneaky, making the way up to the high ground and getting that flank through the window, just firing shot after shot into the side of the team. And before Noodles could even realize it, everybody was down to half health. An anti-nade came in from Sweaty Asian, and just they got rolled over. And then that, like you said, that cheeky grab there from Dire Raven just holds them off point, and you don't need to do anything else. You don't even have to win the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. They did not even get the chance to contest there on that. And that's just because of how high the percentage was. They had people there, but they just got grabbed. Going into this next round here on, I believe it's City Center. But you're just going to have, you're You're going to have that Winston taking the high ground. You have the Winston Zarya, the double bubble, as it's been called a little bit. And Levy of Light Switch going to go down immediately there, going to get resurrected, but Showdown Shane diving in just gets slept, gets antied, and gets deleted. That is
I don't know if we can show that on Twitch.
There.
We might need to cut that part.
Yeah, that's absolutely disgusting there. And that's going to be the members of Void still just with this aggression coming out and still pushing, even though they were down there, pushing the members of Delta Flight off the point. They were so aggressive there.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times aggression can just win you fights because the standard reaction, if somebody's going to push into you, you want to kind of pull back a little bit, reconvene rebuild yourself. But they pulled back a little too far, and Void was just able to take the space just from sheer pressure without even actually losing members. They lost that fight and still took the point.
Yeah, that was completely weird there. Shadow just trying to get in onto Pazuzu there, but not going to find it. The Resurrect is going to come in, but the Mercy is very much in danger here in Lance's crosshairs. Not going to go down though, just barely able to get away. Dire Raven's going to get picked off by Bruticus there, but Bruticus is also going to go down here. It's a scrappy fight on the point, and Showdown Shane is going to try and flee from Noodles here. The Reinhardt, the Nano Ryan, very scary there, but Lance going to find multiple picks here on this fight to maybe turn it around here. It's going to be the members of Void trying to hide just to get some more percentage here. Shadow's going to get slept, going to get taken down, and that is going to be Delta Threat.
I mean, look at it, 70%, and realistically, Void never even won a fight this map. They lost members in the first fight, but managed to just push them off point, and then they stalled it out for 70%. That's absolutely incredible.
That was an incredible play by Void, and they have the ultimate bank to match. They're going to be coming up on all of their ultimates here, all 6 of them here, and it's the test of a good team to see when they have all these ultimates, when they have all 6 of these ultimates, how many do they have to use to win a fight? But Shadow's not going to be able to use his. The Bobs both coming out. Noodles going to get the Shadow, get 2, and going to take down Soy Asian, but Red Sparrow's going to go down. Noodles finding another pick there, and it's still scrappy here, but it looks like Delta's at just getting the better end of this, barely. But the Resurrect can come in from Dire Raven, Levy of Light going down as well, so it's so close here. But it does look like Lance with a 2K going to come out for
absolutely
Delta
fantastic
Threat.
Job from Delta Threat there, being proactive in that fight. They knew that there was a big ult bank, so they took the fight to them. But kudos to Void for not panicking and not having, oh my God, they brought the fight to us. Everybody just hit Q. They still held on to a couple of very strong ultimates. They still have Grav. They still have their Deadeye. Shane, though, switching over to the Reinhardt, trying to give them a little bit more beef, a little bit more frontline presence, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely here. But a lot of ultimates still on both sides. You did have Bruticus getting caught out very early on, and Lance is going to get caught down as well. Here comes the Gravitons, both of them very close, but Shadow's going to find 2 picks here, one on the Lance and one on the Red Sparrow, and that is just absolutely great there. As we've said, when the Mercy falls, so does the team usually, but it doesn't look like that's going to be true here. It's going to be the Shatter coming in from Noodles, and it's going to start to tick into overtime here. It is do or die time right now for the members of
Poor Shadow. He tried so hard.
He tried so hard. Levy of Light
Bob,
trying coming in
just
as
on
well.
point.
Oh, the Bob. Just shift over a little, Bob. Put your pinky toe on the point. Just stall it out a little bit there, but it would not be there. Oh no, Noodles is actually fell into traffic, it seems there. Dire Raven going to get the pick up on a Red Sparrow, but it might not be. It might be too little too late. It's going to be HAL 9000 on the Lucio, just going around here, stalling out as best he can. Oh, the High Noon comes out and gets slept immediately. Bruticus, no, that's not good
Bob,
there. And Lance, the Bob, coming out, getting 2 kills and going to end off this round.
Bob MVP there at the end, securing those last 2 kills. But yeah, I liked the composition that came out of Delta Threat there. They really stuck to this double hit scan. Because sometimes you'll see Pharah on this map or a little bit more rangy poke type of composition. Like, we're going to immediately shut that down, and then we're just going to put both of those hit scans behind a big old shield and just march right at you. And there was nothing they could do. They had great peel for the backline, so the dive couldn't come through onto the Ana. And then there's just so much damage output coming from an Ashe Kree combination that you couldn't dive anywhere. You couldn't really do anything. So they had to try to swap over to this Reinhardt competition, and by then it was too late.
Yeah, absolutely. It was too late, and now we have the tiebreaker round here. This one is for the map, so it's going to be the members of Void. Just with the way that they use that symmetric teleporter, they're going to be able to get on the point a little faster. They're going to get the favorable positioning, and Shadow's just going to come in and pop off, it seems. Getting 2 already, and the fight is not over, but it's over for Shadow now. As he finds himself in Bruticus's crosshairs there, and it's Void taking the first point there. Shadow's gonna get resurrected, and Leviophyte on the high ground, uncontested. Shadow, another for Shadow. Amazing. Shadow getting 5 in that fight. Just incredible performance there.
Okay, we see you, Shadow. But excellent job. I just want to also point out Showdown Shane taking space, just marching forward, knowing that he has the firepower behind him to be like, look, I'm taking this space. You're going to have to deal with me, and you're going to have to deal with my buddies shooting at you. And just trusting his teammate to get the kills as he marches forward.
Absolutely. Showdown Shane is a very aggressive Reinhardt. Leviophyte going to go down here, but Shadow on the flank just going to take down Pazuzu there. Just so quick. Just walks in on the flank. Just going all the way around them, wrapping around, and just takes down Pazuzu there. But both the supports are going down for Void there, and just Shadow going to get the pickup on the Lance, but it will not be enough there. Just too little, too late, but 55% here for Void.
Yeah, 55% off of one fight. Very, very efficient. Very, very effective. And now a whole bevy of ultimates from both sides coming into this fight. You have pretty much everything on the side of Delta Threat there. You have everything except for the Earth Shatter on the side of Void. But I want to see how they stagger this out. I don't want to see 12 people hitting Q all at once.
Absolutely, that's not what you want to see here. Both supports are going to come out here. The coalescences, the bobs, everything's coming out, it seems. Both bobs are going to find one pick, but Showdown Shane's going to be on the receiving end of the bob fire there. HAL 9000 also going down. It looks like Void are getting the worst end of this trade here. And we're going to see it again, Pazuzu and Noodles finding picks of their own. Raven going to find Noodles, but it's not going to be enough again. It's going to be Delta Threat going to hold on to the point here.
And look at the ult economy for Delta Threat. All they used that entire fight was Bob and Coalescence. And now on the side of Void, all you have is Grav and High Noon. There's just such a big disparity. I got to see how they use it. I don't want everybody smashing Q at once.
Here comes the grab, going to catch a lot of Void there, but not a lot of follow-up because they were on the high ground, and it's so hard to hit people on the high ground here. Leviophyte's going to find Bruticus there, and the pressure here from Dire Raven. So much damage onto him, but here comes the grab, here comes the High Noon. Not going to get any kills, but going to just destroy Noodles' shield, and there comes the rest of the kills there. Incredible job there, and it's going to flip the point there for Void.
Yeah, like you said, Shadow may not have gotten any kills with that Deadeye, but man, did he destroy the shield of Noodles. And like you mentioned, that's the difference between the Gravitons. Yeah, you got 6 man in a Grav, but they were up on the high ground and nobody was able to do anything. But compared to only 3 people in the Grav, but man, there was so much more damage pumped into that Grav of Dire Raven that it just proved that numbers aren't always everything.
Here?
He's going to get a flashback?
He's behind them. He flashbangs. He takes down Lance. Oh my goodness. Shadow. How did that happen? How was he able to
Somebody's
do that?
Somebody's going to stop this man.
Behind them. Someone has to stop him. And it's not going to be Bruticus. And it's not going to be Lance here. Loot Noodles is going to go down. Leviophyte taking that kill there. And Shadow getting more there. Incredible. And that is this map going to Void.
What a map. Just the outright audacity on Shatter there at the very end. I love seeing confident. Like, that shows you that he's really feeling. I don't think that's BM. That's not being overconfident. That's feeling it, and that's knowing like, man, I can do this, and I know my team's gonna help me get out of this situation.
Especially because it was that last fight scenario there. And so, you know, you had that sort of almost fear in Delta Threat of like, you know, we need to go, we need to get this contested, we need to get this win. So maybe they're not going to check their corners as much. You know, it's the same sort of idea as like a flanking Rhine Shatter. You know, if you're not checking the corners, you know, you're gonna get hit by that Rhine Shatter. And it's the
like
same
you said,
thing.
if somebody's at like 95, 96%, you know you got to run to point. You can't just, okay, we can't look here. We can't, like, I just want to get to point. I just want to trigger overtime. Man, all of a sudden that guy's just there waiting for you, and you can't even touch them at that point.
Yeah, you get hit by the flash bang right click, that old Mick right click coming out, and you know it's just
hate to see it.
You do hate to see it, but it's such a confident play there from Shadow, and a good play just in general here.
Very
so
much
now it's up to Delta Threat here to pick our assault map, and what do they need to do in order to counter Void, you know, in terms of map pick, comp pick, or individual players? What do they need to do to sort of counter Void's play so far?
So I feel like the maps that Void has won on and really shown their stuff was those very tight-knit close matches. They won on University and they won on Gardens by taking, you know, close kind of gritty fights. They didn't do so well on City Center when it was that more open type of composition. Even though Delta Threat ran a close composition, they ran the Rhine zone. I feel like the openness though didn't really help the style that Void was going for. So I want to see them take it to something a little bit more slightly open. And it looks like we're going to get that with, if I'm reading this correctly, we're going to have Anubis.
We will here.
So good angles. You can have a Fair, you can have a Widow. I'd love to see a Widow actually coming out of Delta Threat.
Yeah, absolutely. A Widow coming out of Delta Threat would be so incredible. You know, there's just so many possibilities on Temple of Anubis. You can see so many different comps here because of, you know, you have a bit of openness, but you also have some tight chokes. So you can see sort of those heroes that take advantage of those tight chokes, like the Junkrat. You can see, you know, the double shield, the dive, you know, whatever, you know, what have you. And there's a lot that you can see, and we're going to see it here on Temple of Anubis.
That's one of the reasons why I love this map. Like you said, there's just so many different things you can run. You can run, you know, attack pharmacy, you know, with maybe a Widow trying to take that top archway. You can try to run straight brawl and just like Lucio speed boost into people. You can run Sombra. You can run Sombra Tracer compositions or Sombra Genji compositions and dive. There's so much. And then on defense, you can run Torbjorn, Bastion, Junkrat. You can run all the fun stuff or the stuff that people hate, depending on your point of view.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do so much here.
But we do have some swaps coming in.
We do.
I don't want to miss those. We have Mirale and Narcissist coming in.
Yeah, Narcissist coming in on the tank roles, switching out for Showdown Shane, and Mirale coming in on the support role, switching out for HAL 9000. And, you know, it's you know, some interesting swaps. I'm interested to see what they're doing here, because especially what they're showing now, we're seeing the Rhine Zari coming out and Narcissist playing the Reinhardt here, like Showdown Chain was playing on Oasis. So, you know, Mirale is going to be playing the Moira. So we have the Moira Lucio comp here.
Yeah, I guess that's why they substituted Mirror in, is that they want to run this more. I don't know why they sub Narcissist. It might just be you know, they have Shane run Koth for them or something like that, or they might have something planned on defense that they want to run Narcissist on. So let's see here, but we're doing the Junkrat early out of Lance. I'm loving it.
Yeah, the defense, it's so good on defense here. You're just able to spam so much damage in here. You see the trap over there on the left side from Lance there. You can just into that tiny room there. If you get your grenades in there, it's just almost impossible to avoid it. The Maywall going to come out though from Levioflight to try and obscure the members of Void. They're going to speed through. Sweaty Asian going to go very low, but going to get healed up there. But Mirale is going to go down. That's not good. Bruticus going to find that early kill. And Joker also going to find the charge kill onto Narcissus. Taking in the Rhine 1v1. Just swinging to win. Swinging for the fences in that tiny little room there. Walled off. And just nothing they could do there. They just got shut in. And it is a good fight there for Death Threat.
Just asserting dominance there and building up a massive and firing in grenade after grenade. And we're seeing some swaps here already. They're swapping over to this double hit scan that they had so much more effectiveness with on Oasis. So they're going to try to poke a little bit more here. And I don't necessarily think you want to get into a poke war against the Junkrat.
Yeah, absolutely. Junkrat is such a good poke character. He just does so much damage here. And look at that. Leviaflight just goes down so fast here. Has the tire. Lance going to try and use it here, maybe on the flank. Oh, getting hit by the here it comes, that tire from Lance going to come in, gonna find Sweaty Asian. A really good tire there. You really cripple a Ryan Zarya comp if you take out Lucio. It takes so much speed away from it, and that is the big advantage of Ryan Zarya comp. And it's going to fall soon after. The Reinhardt, the Zarya, both going down.
Oh, and the staggers. Oh my goodness. I mean, they took a solid 30-40 seconds just ending that fight. That is such good communication, such good coaching there on the side of the threat.
Fight just goes down on the approach as well. That's going to delay even more there, as that's going to delay the attack from Void even more there. So, you know, they're just sitting there waiting for Leviaflight to get back because they got picked off there, and to no fault of his own, he just got caught out there.
You get hit with a damage boosted headshot, you're gonna go down.
Here comes the Bob right into that small room that everyone's in. Oh, with the shatter!
Joker!
From Joker just jumping down, turning them around and just saying, hey, how you doing? 5 people on the floor. That was incredible.
The distraction Bob. Everybody thought Bob was going to put the threat in from the front. Nope, you got Joker coming in from the side with the hammer down, getting all, I think he got all 6, if not 5. He definitely got at least 5.
Absolutely, that shatter from Joker. An incredible use of just, like you said, the distraction Bob there. The Reinhardt Narcissus had to just hold his shield up to the Bob so that it wouldn't take a lot of damage here. Here comes the tire here from Brutus. It's going to find Dire Raven as well. Just another great ultimate there from Lance. Going to find another on the way out. And it's just been a whole new Delta threat here. Almost full holding for 3.5 minutes. And it's the last fight here for Void.
Yeah, the only complaint I have about that fight is I really wish that they would have held on to that grab there, as it gets such a great. But sometimes you just got to make sure that you secure and that you team fight. So I'll never really fault anybody for that, but sometimes you just like to see it.
Yeah. Oh, the Coalescence comes out and it gets slept. Pazuzu finding the sleep onto the Moira, who gets such a speed boost using that ultimate. That's amazing there. That's just such a good use of that ultimate there. Bruticus finds the pickup on the Sweaty Asian as well. And Shadow's going to find the pickup on Bruticus though. And Narcissus is also going to find the pick. The grab's going to come in as well. Narcissus find the picks, and it's just going to barely be, at this point, it's going to just barely be Delta threat. Losing point A, but 3 minutes only on the clock for Void there.
Not a huge time bank, and they don't really have ultimates to snowball here. They just have the nano boost. And seeing as it's Mori, they'll probably get Coalescence midway through the fight, but you're going into a tire, a shatter, and a Bob. This isn't looking good for it.
Yeah, Lance's tire is going to be, could be so amazing here. We're going to see what happens here. He's going to go off to the side and just try and flank around, get that sneaky little shatter here, that tire here, pardon me. But the pick on the Shadow comes even before the tire comes out. He might not even need to use any ultimates. As I say that, they're going to use the shatter. And Joker's going to go down, though. It's not going to get Narcissus. But just because of how 2 CP maps are, oh no, Lance's tire is going to get destroyed there by Narcissus. Swinging the hammer there, but it will not matter. It is going to be Delta threat holding strong here.
Yeah, Bob in the corner doing work from Bruticus. Great placement, putting it in a position that it can't really be targeted by the enemy team, but will still control the point for them. You really like to see that kind of heads-up play.
Yeah, absolutely. It was such a heads-up play there. And, you know, now the ultimate bank for Void is looking a little bit better here.
Yeah, definitely. It's starting to shift in their favor. It's not completely there as Noodles. They're kind of alternating 3 and 3. It kind of seems like the Zarya, the Ana, and the Mercy are all on the same page, and the Junkrat, the Ashe, and the Reinhardt are all on the same page for Delta Force. So they're kind of swapping this 3-3 out. So they're gonna need to build up a really big bank for Void.
Yeah. Lance is going to get the pickup on his Shadow early, though. The Shadow's going to come in. It's not going to find anyone on the side of Delta Thread, but the pick is going to be there. Lance going to get resurrected here, and the Grad's going to come in. So much damage for the Junkrat. The double kill with the Mine's going to come in, and that's just going to be the fight again, going the way of Delta Thread, and Lance has the tire again here.
You love seeing a big old chunky grab when you're a Junkrat, because you're just like... Yeah. M1 just right in that little spot over there where I can get splash damage onto 4 different people, and he just gets 60% ult charge just firing in 3 or 4 grenades. It's disgusting, and he's already got another tire going into this last fight.
Absolutely. And because what we were talking about there, that urgency of you really you don't have much to do here. Narcissus is going to go down right there and early, but it's just what we said there. When you're in last fight territory, you don't really have the time of, we have to wait for this Junkrat, we need to think about what's happening here. You just kind of have to rush to point, and that's exactly what the members of Void are doing here. They're going to be able to contest here, but the overtime whip will burn immediately. Levioflight going to get the pick up on a Red Sparrow, but Bruticus finding 2 more, and it's going to... Bruticus is going to find another. Levioflight going to go down, and it does not look like good odds here for Void. They're going to go down. And it is going to be
such
just
good
1
positioning
point for Void here. And
Levio had that, and then all of a sudden, just nope, gets taken away.
Absolutely. So we have 1 point for Void here. They just barely captured that first point in overtime, and they didn't get a single tick on the second point here. So Delta Threat, a very manageable goal for them to just get a tick on point B.
Yeah, Lance showing just how strong. We talked about it before the map started. The Junkrat pick on defense here it's such a good map for him. There's so many places for you to hide to where you don't have to peek out, but you can still shoot over, little coverings. They have to walk down these hallways that they're going to be at. And they're so clumped together that you just get that AoE value that just other heroes just don't have. And you're able to build up. I think he had, 4 or 5 tires, that defense?
Absolutely. There's really, there's so few places that your team can go through to attack point A that can't just be spammed down by the Junkrat. I mean, think about it. That small room, we saw what happened when you go into that small room. You get spammed down either by the Shatter, by the Bob, by the Junkrat. You can go to the right here, try and contest the high ground, but that is another choke point after choke point. That is a choke point.
That's 3 choke points that you have to go through just to take a fight.
And then we did see the members of Void try and go over to far left and get the far high ground, but they also got hit by the Junkrat spam and Shadow. Lance using that.
The classic trap combo.
But yeah, the trap mine combo is so strong from Shadow, and Noodles is gonna get into the trap already. Shadow getting 2 traps just off
Lance,
of
you
one.
just played Junkrat. You know that trap is there.
Absolutely, yeah. And just able to spam at the members of Delta Thread as they're leaving there. Levioflight going to get the pick up onto Noodles as he's trying to retreat there, and it's just going to delay this next attack again.
And look at how much more ult charge the DPS have than everybody else on this map. It is, Levio 70%, Shadow 55%. Just building these ults so fast, and now he's got a dynamite out. He's going to get.
He is absolutely going to get some more ult charge there, and Dire Raven's going so low. Levioflight going to find the pickup onto Red Sparrow there. That's not good for the attacking team. Shadow going to find the pickup onto Noodles as well, and Lance, the Tracer, going to try and find something, but it's just going to get taken down by Shadow again. And you just talked about it. Leviaflate has that Bob now. Just so fast charging ultimate.
Yeah, and such a fast charging ultimate. And now they can basically, even if, Delta Threat, charges the port or something like that, they can send Bob to, they don't have to give up their high ground right now. They can stay out there, hang out there, let Bob do the dirty work for them.
Yeah, absolutely. In Shadow coming up on this tire, we saw how much damage he could do, and he's just able to get the pick off onto Bruticus right away. They
don't even need ultimates.
Yeah, it seems like the members of Delta Threat can barely even think about going to point before there's some Junkrat nades heading their way.
Yeah, and they're trying to switch up the composition here. They've got Bruticus on the Genji, but he takes a headshot and he has to retreat before he can even do anything. They can't get through this choke at all.
Absolutely. We're going to see what they do here. They are going to go into that left side, but like we said, that is a death trap and a half. And here comes the Riptire to really make it a death trap, but it gets Fire Strike. Joker just barely able to get it with that Fire Strike. A really good play from Joker, noticing that it was coming there from the right, but Shadow's still going to find the pickup onto Red Sparrow. That Ina's going to go down, but here's the Transcendence healing for you, but it gets trapped and charged away. That Nano Rhine here, Narcissist, is going to run in, taking the damage with that 50% damage reduction that Nano gets you, and is going to get some kills, but he's going to go down himself.
Narcissist going down is big, though. Can they get the res? Oh, no, they get the res, so they don't even have to worry about Reinhardt coming back. I was going to say they could take a 6v5. Mirele, though, on the Mercy, good call, getting the res. Now everybody's back, 6v6, and they win this fight. They win the map, and they go up 2-0 to start this match.
Absolutely, and they have more ultimates than the members of Delta Threat here. You have Bruticus with the blade, but that's all you have. Here comes the grab. Oh, it's gonna catch so many people. Bruticus is gonna go down, not even having used the blade, and the anti-nade gonna catch 3 as well. It's all red in the kill feed, and it's nothing for blue here. 1 pick for Lance, but it's just gonna get rezzed immediately. 20 seconds left. You're gonna have a quick fight, maybe here for Delta Threat.
If you get a kill and it gets rezzed, does it even count? Dude. I mean, this is such a great defense. This is textbook, poke spam defense out on the side of Void here.
Absolutely, they're gonna rush to point here, but you have the tire that's gonna come out here from Shadow. You're gonna have, here comes Shadow's tire. We're gonna see what it can find here. Bruticus trying to take down the Ana here, but it's just going to barely make it there. But some takes coming in on the side of Delta Threat. They're finding some picks here. Narcissist going to get caught in the grab, but there's going to be the Resurrect onto Dire Raven, and I don't think anyone's going to be able to even touch. Lance is going to try, but it's not going to be enough. Void going up 2-0 here.
Excellent defense from Void, showing you just the power of the Junkrat there. We thought we saw a really great Junkrat out of the first round. We saw an even better one out of Shadow there. And Mirele keeping everybody topped up there with Sweaty Asian, who hit some abs. Oh my god, the Shadow.
Oh my gosh. That is so dirty there. Just coming in when everyone's with the Bob and just coming in from behind and shattering them. That was just an amazing play there.
There's nothing more to... That Shadow was just absolutely massive. And had 25k damage block.
Yeah, an incredible performance.
Both. Get you a man who can do both.
Incredible performance there from Narcissist.
But, oh man, what a close map. I mean, you're talking 13% away from getting that point. Would have at least tied the map. And, I mean, first map was super close as well. 2-1. Both teams had pretty high percentages, caps on both points. This match might be 2-0, but my goodness, it is not a 2-0 match.
It is not, absolutely not here. So when we get back from our halftime, we are going to see if Delta Threat are going to be able to take it back, or if Void are just going to come in and clean sweep them. And we will see you then.
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be. Let's stay here, let's stay here in love. Let's stay here, let's stay here in love.
want what they want, and then it's too late. When I took the step, was I moved by lust? Was I moved by faith? The truth has a way of finding the light or changing in time. Did I fall in love? Did I make it up inside my mind?
And we are back here with Delta Threat and Void. When we left off before the half, Delta Threat went down 0-2. So, Val, what do they have to do to fix it? What do they have to do to counter Void's play here?
I think they're actually playing really well. Like we right before from both of these maps were extremely, extremely close. So I think they just need to tighten things up a little bit on their side, on the communication side. Just try to get their combos a little bit more, synergistic. Try just those little things can make or break a map, as we've seen here. Both of these maps were within percentage points of each other. This could easily be 2-0 Delta right now, very easily.
Absolutely, and we are going to go to our next map here, and it could be the last chance for Delta Threat to turn this around. We're going to the one, the only Scrims Row, Tournament Row, Kings Row.
Gotta come here every match, even though not exactly the best record from either of these teams on Kings Row. Delta 2, Void 1-1, so neither team technically with a winning record.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Kings Row. Everybody has strats for Kings Row. Everybody has a little pocket strat here and there, whether it's it's the Top Hat Bastion, it's the Great Bamboozle. This is where teams practice their plays.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much that you can do here. There's a reason why it's called Scrims Row, Tournament Row, and it has that reputation because it's always it's like that vanilla map where anything can kind of work. You can have the sniper, you can have the Ryan Zarya, you can have the dive, the brawl, the bastion, the double shield. You can have it all.
I mean, I can't remember a scrim that hasn't started off Lijiang Tower into Kings Row for the last 2 years. That is every North American scrim. Anybody else who scrims knows that you start 15 minutes late. Somebody had to grab a water, and somebody had to go to the bathroom, and then somebody was AFK waiting for 6 people to get into the lobby.
Yeah, and then it's Kings Row, Lijiang, it's actually a felony in North America.
In North America, yeah.
Scrim, without doing at
Jeff
least one
Kaplan
of
will
those.
come to your house himself and permanently delete your Overwatch access.
They'll ban you
In front of you. Like, he'll get on your computer and just delete it, and then
Jeff Kaplan will come and uninstall Overwatch if you do not scrim Kings Row or Lijiang. But looking here, we do see.
Are we gonna see the double sniper?
Basically, just what I said here. You have the double shield from Delta Threat, and you have the Ryan Zarya here from Void, and you have
Over here, man.
yeah. And we did have the switches. Don't want to forget those. We had basically exactly what happened between 1 and 2 happened in reverse from 2 to 3. We had Showdown Shane coming in to replace Narcissus, and HAL 9000 coming in to replace Mirley.
Yeah, and I kind of like the swap back to HAL 9000, going back onto this Lucio, because Ryan Zarya is just such a strong composition. I don't think Ryan Zarya has ever not been strong on Kings Row.
Mm-hmm. And you just have Shadow here looking for these picks on that Widowmaker. You have to be so careful when you're jumping out and trying to get picks here. So much so that the Reinhardt, but the Maywall comes in, not going to find Showdown Shane. That's such a good strategy there. It's just being able to wall off one member of the enemy team and just 1v6 them.
Yep. It's another classic Kings Row strat, the Maywall at the choke. The wall happens to just fit perfectly there. As long as
What happened to that dynamite?
I don't know.
Did you see that? It got caught on like the spikes. That was so weird though, but unfortunate there from Levio Flight. And again, Showdown Shane just gets caught out, but this time the wall gets broken and the entirety of Void comes crashing down. Thankfully, no one overextended there. Oh, but Levio Flight is staying there trying to take that off angle, and you have, I think, Shadow up top on the right there trying to.
Shadow's being sneaky.
Flying around. Shadow's flying around. He's Metal Gear Soliding it, but it seems like Levio Flight just doing all the work there. There comes.
Hits him with the right click again.
Goes the pocket sand from Shadow. Gonna take him down. And Bruticus finds 2 picks there. Both the hit scan, but it doesn't look like it'll be enough there. It's just him against the rest of Void, and it will not be enough there for Delta Threat here. And you just it's sometimes that's how the cards play out. Sometimes you get those 2 kills and it does not work here, but thankfully for Delta Threat, they're able to hold this tight, this like small choke here.
Yeah, and everybody gets back quickly, and May super strong on this archway. You thought she was strong on the choke. If you let her get pressed up in this archway, it looks like Void is not doing. They're gonna pressure her out, making sure she cannot be in there.
Yeah. Oh, the wall comes in, and the Flux comes in. He catches so many. Gonna get Dire Raven. Bruticus is gonna go down as well, and Hal. Bruticus is gonna get Hal, pardon me, and Lance is gonna get Shadow, and that is a fight win.
Is not good for Void. As we were just saying, letting May have free reign over this archway is a death wish for any sort of strong push that you may have had.
Absolutely, but it does look like they're holding back at the corner here. They're not going to push up. Here comes the Bob, going to just get onto the members of Delta Threat here. And there goes the Blizzard, going to freeze Showdown Shane. Showdown Shane not going to get that beat that's coming out. No, the Shatter finds the rest of Void. Gonna take them down. A lot of damage coming in. Actually, no picks coming in. But no actual damage coming in there, but it is eventually going to take them down here.
Yeah, they may not be playing, the quote-unquote meta positioning, holding those archway, but I'll be damned if it's not working for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It is 100% working them. And it's gonna go on the flank. Void's gonna be sneaky here.
They're going right around. Super
they don't know. They lack the information. Oh, and the primary fire comes out, but he gets slept. He gets slept immediately. Showdown Shane just gets slept and taken down. Noodles finds 2. The grab's gonna come out, but I don't know if there's gonna be any sort of follow-up there. Shadow
gets melted.
Going to try and high noon, but it will not get anything there. Levy Fight finds Red Sparrow, but it will not be enough. Levy Fight gonna go down as well, and it's just Sweaty Agent there left to just run back and hope that he's not caught out here.
I tell you what, that play may not have won that fight, but I absolutely love that rotation from Void. That was beautiful. That was really well done.
Absolutely, it was beautiful there. And we see there's a few ultimates on the side of Delta Threat here, as well as a few ultimates on the side of Void here. The Shatter gonna come out, not gonna find anything. Here comes the high noon. The Shatter coming out from Noodle's gonna find 2, and they're gonna get the kills there. Joker and Lance finding the kills. So good from Delta Threat.
This is just so bizarre because every fiber in my being wants to yell at them, hold the archway, hold the archway, hold the archway. But they're doing such a good job holding this corner that it's just like, well, it's working, so you're not wrong.
I mean, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that seems to be the strategy here, for Void, for Delta Threat on this hold. They're giving the space here and just waiting for Void to make a mistake here. Here comes the Blizzard again, going to get the Bob and just going to zone off the point there. The Bob blocked off by the Maywall, and HAL 9000 going to go down on the Brig. Dire Raven's going to find the pick up on Bruticus there, so it's not a lost cause. Red Sparrow's going to go down as well. That could be brutal, but Showdown Shane going to go a little too aggressive. Oh, Noodles is going to get antied and taken down as well there. Oh, it does look like Void are just barely by the skin of their teeth going to pull out the fight win and force Delta Threat to leave here and to retreat.
Yeah, but Lance and Pazuzu able to get out there with a little bit of help from Red Sparrow. Manages to not stagger. I was worried that they were going to stagger themselves.
Mhm.
But good teamwork getting out by both of them. And now we see just a bevy of
Here comes the
ultimates again.
Fire Raven, and here comes the Pulse Bomb. It doesn't find any kills, though. Showdown Chain gets a pick up on the Noodles, though. Something's coming in. Showdown Chain, 2 picks already, and the Payload's just going to push in. So much aggression coming in from Showdown Chain. He's just been a delight to watch with just how aggressive he's played this.
Oh, absolutely fantastic to watch. But they need to get aggressive here. They don't have the biggest time bank. They only had 2 minutes at the start of this third leg push, so they really, really need to get some quick cart progress here.
Oh, and that's not how you do it. Showdown Chain going down early, and then Shadow's going to come in, catch 3, and that's just it. Shadow's going to get slept, going to get recall, but I don't think he'll get out of there alive.
Oh,
Or maybe he will. What moves from Shadow?
14 HP in a dream.
14 HP and a dream there. Just absolutely getting out there with just a sliver of HP. The Bob's gonna come in. Oh, and the Blizzard. The Blizzard will come out, though. The Blizzard's gonna come out. Lance will give his life for it, but it's going to find 3. But Showdown Chain is going so aggressive here so that you can't even look at the frozen members of his team. And Joker's gonna get taken down. The Pulse Bomb coming out here. Here's the Nano Rhine. Noodle's gonna try and get something out of it. It's gonna get slept, gonna get antied, and gonna get deleted.
And now they really, oh goodness, they really need to cap this with at least some time left on the time bank to guarantee they at least get a second shot barring a capture.
The Gravitic Flux is just going to get canceled, but the High Noon's gonna come up, but no one's on the point. No one's on the point. That's no. Delta Threat was getting the kills that they needed there, but they weren't able to touch the cart in time for 28 seconds here for Void.
Delta, you have to touch the cart first before you do anything else. But great recovery there on the side of Void. They struggled getting through that archway, but man, once they did, they sailed through the second half of this map. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely, you know. It was tough sailing for the first half of the map, but, you know.
I got to put it behind Shane. He kind of asserted himself the second half of the map. Just kind of took over a little bit and said, "This, we're not gonna fall here. We're up 2-0. We want to get the 4-0. We need that map score difference that is so important right now in this pool."
Yeah, especially in the pool. You know, Void and Delta Threat, they're basically only 1 match win apart. Void is 2-1, Delta Threat is 1-2, and yet Delta Threat is 5th while Void is 2nd. That's how important that map score is, that it can separate you by miles compared to the other people in the pool of Aurum A.
And let's see, Bruticus coming out on the Hanzo possibly. I don't know if he's going to look for just a quick cheeky pick or if this is going to be an actual sustained push.
Shadow is on the Widowmaker as well here. Gonna try and find some cheeky picks as well. We're gonna see Bruticus coming in here on the Hanzo. We'll see. They're going through the hotel, trying to rotate around in them. Shadow's gonna find an early pick, but Lance and Paziza are also gonna find those early picks. It's a close fight on the point here, but it looks like Void are going to get the better of it.
Yeah, they're trying to avoid these Widow sightlines, but instead they're just funneling into these enclosed area. Oh, goodness.
Just get taken
dumpstered.
down. Absolutely. I couldn't even find the words.
As I was trying to say, they're trying to avoid that exact scenario from happening, getting their head taken off. And when they do, they funnel into these small areas, and Levio just hits them with these dynamites and just burns the whole team down. It's a really great combination.
Catch-22, you know, if you stand out in the open, you're gonna get hit by the Widowmaker, and if you go into the tight places, you're gonna get hit by Levio Flight and the dynamites there. The Resurrect is gonna come in onto Bruticus, but it's still one piece of utility down there. Dire Raven's gonna go really low, but gonna be safe there. Void, Shadow is very low there, but Shadow's gonna find 2 though. Shadow is doing so well here on the Widowmaker, just able to find the clutch picks when it's needed from Void there. And Pursuit's just gonna get away with a sliver of HP.
Yeah, and like you said, Shadow being clutch. I mean, not that he's missing shots or anything like that during the day, but when Void needs him, he steps up and he gets a big pick, like right there, staggering out this Mercy. Absolutely massive. They're going to lose another 12, 15 seconds waiting for her to spawn and get back.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just the few seconds there that can mean the difference between having 2 fights or having 3 fights or having 1 fight or 2 fight. It can mean the difference between an extra fight and especially ult charge as well. So we're going to see, speaking of ult charge, a lot of ults coming in here. So we have the Infrasight on Shadow, so he knows exactly when they're going to peek out there. Has his sights on the Ana, ready for any sort of peek, any sort of slip up, and there it is. It's just gonna go down. Sorry, buddy. Just found you there. Oh, but Joker's gonna get nanoed and slept immediately there. And you see Noodles is gonna get antied. Gonna go super low. Not going to go down though. Joker gonna take down Showdown Shane. That's really what you want there. And Hal 9000 also gonna go down. Joker doing so much work on the Reinhardt, just taking down the members of Void. And Shadow with 3 HP in a dream, just barely. A light breeze could knock him over, but he's got the Ana. Lance is gonna take down that Ana. Just wow.
This man can't keep getting away with it. He has to be shot at some point. Somebody, look his direction, please.
Just what they needed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shadow
So
absolutely destroying this entire team. The shot, like I just said, the clutch shots that Shadow is hitting tonight are absolutely. They're S tier. They're not even A tier anymore.
Absolutely.
Shadow has gone a tier above tonight.
Yeah, Shadow has gone beyond A tier. And Levy Flight is going to go down and get resurrected there by Hal 9000. That is an important piece. And Shadow's just flanking behind them. They don't even know. They lack the information.
Shot.
Shadow's going to get shot. Going to not have a lot. Here comes the Grab Dragons. Bruticus going to get 1. And the dual charge. Both of those is going to go down. But the Nano Orion, the Shadow's going to get blocked here. Or Joker going to have that Shadow blocked. And Shadow's going to go down. Not going to fall for that again here. Oh, Olivia White's so low, but going to get the heals there. Hal 9000 so low. All the members of White are just going so low, but they're going to be able to get out of here. Joker's going to find Showdown Shane and just push this cart further and further. They're going to get the second point.
They're going to get the second point, but the biggest difference is that now Void didn't capture with more than a minute. So no matter what, if there's a capture, both teams will get a second extra round push. But you want to cap with as much time as possible because it will go up to a minute for Void. So if you cap with 2 minutes, now you're getting an extra 30 seconds. That could be an extra push for you.
Absolutely. There's a lot of good that can happen here for Delta Threat. Shadow's going to take down Bruticus, but it's going to be a bit of a trade here. Showdown Shane's going to go down, but so is Bruticus. Shadow is just on this Hanzo, just waiting. He's burning. He's not going to make it out of there alive. Lance's Dynamite just barely going to take down Shadow there. But Red Spare was in the Hanzo's crosshairs there, and you're going to go down. And Noodles, they're still pushing here. Delta Threat has the tanks on the cart, and it's moving forward still. It's almost the exact move that Void used against them in reverse here. They're just using so much aggression, and even though they technically weren't up there and they were kind of down, they're still pushing in. They're still using aggressive here. Oh, but the Shadow's gonna come in.
Oh, such a good shadow from Joker.
Joker's gonna find Sweaty Asian, and it's going to be close here. Joker's gonna find another here. Here comes the Bob, going to get slept. Doesn't look like he's going to be contesting the point here. And here comes the Dragon Strike into the spawn. Lance is gonna take down Hal 9000. That might be it there. Bruticus taking that Shadow, and 2 minutes and 32 seconds compared to a minute for Void.
I love that dragon from Bruticus. A lot of people might think, oh, well, why don't you shoot? You've got 4 people in the cart already. The cart's being cleared. That zoned off any sort of possible reinforcement that might be coming in. So that even if they do make point, man, they're going to be down quarter HP by the time they get there. Much easier cleanup for his teammates. So very, very smart play there by Bruticus at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're going into these extra rounds. We're going to have Void on the attacking side first because they have less in their time bank. They only have a minute. That is one fight, maybe like a staggered in last fight, but it's one good fight.
You might get like a drastic last fight where somebody swaps Hammond or something like that just a touch. But like I mentioned, going into that third point, they've capped with 2 minutes, so now an extra 32 seconds on the side of Delta Threat there could be massive. Like we said, you get about a minute per attack, so now you definitely get 2 attacks, and you kind of give yourself some wiggle room on a possible third or 2 really, really strong, well staged fights.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is now on to the members of Void here to get what they need. We're gonna see if Shadow can find these opening picks here on the Widowmaker, and it looks like the members of Delta Threat are playing smart here. They're playing behind that. They're playing behind the hotel just to sort of not even get the possibility of any sort of Widowmaker sniping coming in. But Shadow's gonna use the Junkrat coming in on King's Row. I don't usually see that, but it can be a really powerful force there with the grenades and with how powerful Junkrat has been in the past, especially in this newer patch. Oh, Noodles is gonna go down. That's a crucial first pick here for Void, and especially with how Dire Raven is at full charge here at 100%. The Maywall is gonna wall them off, but it's gonna allow Void to get more percentage here. And it looks like they're gonna take this first point in 50 seconds. So they're going to push a little bit, but they're gonna have an overtime push here. We're gonna see how far they get to go.
Is there anything more terrifying than a fully charged Zarya and a Rat just spamming in these cannonballs at you?
Absolutely.
My goodness.
Not.
That's so much damage. That's a lot of damage coming out.
Absolutely, but Joker's gonna find 2 minutes here. Both the tanks are down here for Void, and that's not what you want. There goes the Mercy, and here comes the Sigma. Bruticus, Bob doing something here. Bruticus's Bob finds
Bob even got the other Bob.
Gets the other Bob there. The one and only Bob champion there, and it's too much pressure for the members of Void. A quick end to that overtime push.
Bruticus with the alpha Bob there. But that is the problem with overextending and trying to get a little too much. They overextended by just a little bit, and Delta Threat snap turned on them, got a quick pick, got a second pick follow-up, and now the fight was over there. It's 6v4. It's just cleanup at that point as Bob doing what the Butler does and just cleans house. You like that one?
I did. I was I didn't expect it, but now it is it's Delta Threat's game to win here. They have to push just 24 meters past first point here.
Yeah, at this point you essentially have to cap first point because it is going to be a panic defense they have to hold it at cart spawn essentially. But that being said, they still have to cap first point. We're kind of getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here. This could easily 2.5 minutes. You can hold first point for that long, with somewhat consistency.
Yeah, absolutely. You can 100% hold first point that long, especially with Shadow on this Junkrat going to spam down the members of Delta Threat as they approach through this choke point here. There's so much spam damage, so much poke coming in from Void here. They're not going to drop this map quietly here. They're going to go down swinging if they do here. Sweaty is just going to find the pickup on the Joker as well. The Maywall is just going to come out to give them a bit of relief from the pressure there, and they're going to have to regroup immediately.
Yeah, they are definitely not going to try to push into this. Trying to think about how they're going to counteract all this spam, and they're going to go with this double shield again, and with the eat from Joker, should be able to take some space.
They do take some space here, but
nice anti-nade.
Both the Ryans are down, and Red Sparrow, though, going to go down as well. But Hal 9000 is down, and as we said, when the Mercy falls, so does the team here. But it's not for certain now. Joker going to go solo, going to have 5 health, going to go down here. It's going to be so close. Lance going to try and stay up there, going to go down, and it's not Delta Threat's fight here.
Yeah, and fortunately for Void, they were able to get some last-second kills. So they are able to get their entire 6 players back before Delta Threat fully spawns in, and they're able to take this fight 6v6 instead of being down.
Yeah, absolutely. There goes the Maywall. It's going to wall off some of the members of Void. They're going to allow Delta Threat to push in here. Yeah, so you have the Blizzard does come in, gets some freezes there. Lance going to find the picks, but here comes Shadow's Riptire. It needs to be big here. Going to find Noodles. That could be the start of the recontest here. Shadow getting that pick off onto Noodles is so important. And it looks like just the aggression coming in from the members of Void, but the gravitic block comes in. Just amazing there. And now, as they're capturing the point, the members of Void, they need to get a quick recontest here, but they really might not be able to. 20 seconds left in this overtime, and it does look like they're going to be able to get the contest, but Bruticus finds the Levio Flight. Oh no!
That's devastating.
Not what you want. Not now. Not right now. Not at the 11th hour on King's Row here. The High Noon gonna come in, gonna zone out the members of Void here. 3 people on the card. Howl goes down. No. 51. Just 0.51 meters here. It's gonna be so close. Oh, so close. The Shatter comes in, and it's just going to be the sound of victory ringing out for Delta Flight here, and it's going to be their first map here. It's not going to be a sweep.
No, and like we said, every map, again, super close. I don't know if he's in there, but I'm assuming NPC is in chat right now, just going map 5, map 5, map 5, like he does every night.
He absolutely is. I'm looking at the chat right now, and he just said Delta wins, so we can
some 5 mappers.
He does, and we might just see it.
I mean, if there's ever going to be it, this is going to be it, because these teams, every map has just that close. Just a little different here and there. I mean, it could easily be 3-0 either side right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if this doesn't go to a map 5, it's an absolute tragedy, and the audience misses out. Like, everybody on both sides are making big, Sweaty Asian Pazuzu hitting massive nades. Red Sparrow and Hal getting in some fantastic reses, some timely reses here and there. The main tank showdown has been fantastic. The Widow duels, the hit scan duels have just been so great.
Yeah, it's absolutely been just an amazing series so far, and I would not be disappointed at all if this went to a 5th map, if we went to our tiebreaker control map here. But that is
interesting.
A little presumptuous here, because we still have our next map, which is going to be Rialto, and you have some thoughts about that. I can hear it.
I do, because we just saw some pretty strong Widow performances, and Widow very, very strong, especially first point on this map, holding back into that little courtyard. You have very, very long sightlines, and you can't really be flanked unless you're taking a really, really circuitous route. You have to really, really want that flank to get behind the Widowmaker. And even then, she's usually with an Ana. You're not just going to catch her out solo. But you can also see some fun stuff here. A lot of times, you'll see some Pharmacy comes out. So I think we might see like a Pharmacy v Widow situation happening. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see a Widow v Widow situation here. They're always so incredibly just so cool, just watching the battle of, millimeters. Just the battle of millimeters and milliseconds, just so close on either side there. And you have just so much that could come in.
Who can click first, man?
Who clicks the head first? Who clicks heads first? Who clicks heads best? So I'm interested to see.
It looks like Mira Narcissist coming. So I wonder if this is just a swap thing that they do. But Mirale we saw come out, I believe, on the Moira on the second map. So they might have a Moira composition in mind for Rialto.
Yeah, absolutely. There could be a Moira composition in mind for Rialto, and we don't know. So it's gonna be a matter of what happens here. I'm excited to see.
I'm really excited to see what comes out because I think we've seen different DPS lineups. We've seen variations of it, but we've seen pretty much different DPS on every map. So I'm excited to see what keeps happening here. The tank lineup seem to be set. They seem to be favoring this Rein Zarya with the occasional Sigma. And for the most part, they're playing on a Mercy, at least on the side of Double, pretty much hard in on a Mercy. But we're seeing some changes here from Void, and I love it. I love seeing teams try something different because we've all seen the meta. We've all seen the Aurum Mercy. We know it's powerful. We know it's very, very good, but sometimes you just find something that clicks with your playstyle because certain people just don't like playing certain kinds of characters. So they just play other heroes better. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Depending on your elo, especially in like around gold, around plat, it's absolutely kind of better to play your sort of not favorite, but your comfort picks rather than trying to play the meta. If you're not comfortable on the meta pick, you're not going to play
well. Yeah. Oh, this could be interesting though. Coming out of Void.
Shadow on the far gonna.
Nope. We're being trolled.
Oh, we're being baited. Have we been baited? We'll see when Shadow respawns here. Oh, we've been baited, but we've been
double baited. No way, we're gonna get baited again.
No. Oh, don't do this to me. Don't play with my emotions as such. Don't do this to me. Levio Flade and Shadow both teasing the Pharah. Neither of them are gonna go for it. And I want my Pharah. Dang it.
But we are gonna see the Widow come out from Shadow at least. We're not gonna see a Widow v Widow duel, but we are gonna see Widow v Hanzo.
We are gonna see the Widow v Hanzo here, so that could be interesting. We're gonna see Shadow over on the side here, just trying to find the kills, just trying so desperately. A Widow pick, especially early, can just start a snowball so well here.
Oh, this is gonna be a cheeky little grapple over.
Lance is gonna find the pick onto Levio Flight though. Not very good here for Void. Getting stopped so early, especially in the first fight here.
Yeah, now there's no DPS. Ashe is dead. Widow had to go back to spawn to heal up. And there's just no pressure on the front line now.
Yeah, absolutely. It is Noodles' game to get aggressive. And we're going to see a bit of aggression coming out from Noodles, trying to swing in. But Void is going to pull back here. They're going to go in again. Joker here on the Sigma, going to just be throwing in these hyperspheres to get any damage, but Bruticus is going to get the pick up on a Sweaty Asian. Both these snipers find the picks, but Levio Flight has found two already. Just an incredible series of events there from Levio Flight. You're going to see just going so low. Joker's so low, going to go down. Levio Flight finding another here. Noodles is eventually going to take down Levio Flight, but there's so many picks here for Void. I don't think it'll matter here. Noodles very low, gonna go down here as well. And the cart's gonna keep on moving.
Dire Raven getting a lot of cleanup kills there. And that's very important for Zarya. Zarya typically a fairly slow building ultimate compared to the rest of the cast of heroes currently in the meta. So for Zarya to be able to build up her ultimate at about the same rate is very, very big for her.
Absolutely. You have that grab dragon combo. That's such a powerful combination of ultimates. You hold everyone in one place, and then you just send a giant just dragons heading towards that group of people, and you get so much damage on them. Even if it doesn't get kills, there's so much damage that comes in here. We're gonna see Lance and Shadow fighting it out here, and no one's going to get the better of either of them here. So it's gonna be
we have 12 ultimates online right now.
Oh my gosh, it's an old Fiesta, but it doesn't look like it'll even matter. Void is just marching this card forward here. But 12 ultimates, it's gonna be fun here. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. The test of a good team is how they use their ultimates, and if they overcommit ultimates when they don't need to. If you use 3 ultimates when 2 would suffice or 1 would suffice, that's a sign of maybe not the greatest team here. Here comes the Grab Dragons. The Grab is going to find the pick, but oh no! Delta threat lets the card just push through. They found the picks, but it's not enough for them. Lance is going to fall, and that will be the last member to fall there.
I think they thought Bob was going to touch Cart, but Bob gets sucked into the grab as well. Eats through the dragon. Of course, that not enough drag damage to kill Bob, but everybody else in that grab took heavy damage. In fact, I think the Mercy was killed by the grab.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
showed you how much damage she took.
Yeah, a lot of damage there coming in onto the grab dragons. So we're gonna see Dire Raven going so low, gonna get taken down. Bruticus also finding a pick onto Levioflight, finding the pick onto the other sniper there, and that is a very good way to stabilize there for Delta Threat.
Yeah, very important that they stabilize there as well, because they were about to finish this map with 4.5 minutes left to go, and now they can actually get some of that time bank ticking down. And, you know, hopefully if you're a fan of Delta Threat, hopefully actually hold them here for the rest of the map.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping. The Bob is going to come in, but it is not going to do much good over in the back line. The Shatter is going to come in. It's going to find 4, and the picks are going to follow one after another after that. 2 picks just coming in, make it 3 off of that Shatter from Noodles.
So there have been some absolutely just devastating shatters going on today. You know, we saw the massive one on Temple of Noodles doing his best impression there, getting 4 and getting the follow-up on those kills. Able to get back up to another 25%. Hopefully going to build that up here as he goes in swinging.
Absolutely, you know. We're going to see, again, the aggression coming in here from Narcissist. It seems like it's Void's trademark. Just this aggression coming out from the Reinhardt that is almost feeding. But somehow they support that Reinhardt and he gets success. Well, not here, as Bruticus is just going to cut through their lines with the arrows.
Yeah, and not even really needing to invest too much into that fight to begin with. They'd use a nano boost out, and that's it. You know, they still have their 75% to grab. They still have both the DPS ultimate, but gonna be 5 ultimates on the side of Void here. You're gonna have the beat drop, the Earth Shatter, the Dragon. Gonna have a Bob and a grab late into the fight.
Yeah, here comes the land. Getting 3 with the high noon. That's gonna put an end to that attack there. Dire Raven's gonna fall quickly. Lands.
That's one way to end the fight.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's one way to just end the fight there. Just get a 3K in the high noon, you know, just casually gets the 3K.
So my analysis for that fight, Lance hit Q real good.
Good analysis.
But because he just killed everybody outright, there was no investiture from Void there. So now they have pretty much everything online.
Here comes the grab dragon. Let's see what damage it gets. But the beat comes out to counter it. Dire Raven going to come. Here comes the Shatter. Here comes the grab dragon on the side of Void. It's going to get some kills though. Levioflight gonna get Joker, and Shadow gonna get the pick onto Noodles. Shadow getting another onto Lance, and Delta Threat's going to have to retreat if they want to try and get anything going here. Narcissus just pushing up so far. As I said, it seems like the trademark of Void is just this hyper-aggressive Reinhardt play. You know, whether it's Narcissus, whether it's Showdown Chain, they're all just so aggressive.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're being beat back here, and a big Shatter!
The Shatter just gets 4, and Joker's gonna find 2 off of it. The Ana, the Reinhardt, the Zarya, all gonna fall.
They needed that so bad. When they needed it most, Noodles came through with an absolutely massive Shatter, and now that's gonna let them get this ult economy back into their favor. With 3 ults online compared to what's the closest we've got on Void. We've got maybe a Dragon, maybe a Nano Boost in time.
Yeah. Absolutely, you know, you have those 3 ultimates there, and that's exactly what you need to get a hold there on this final point, especially with how close your spawns are. You have that advantage. Here comes the Dragons. It's going to split up. They're gonna get taken down. Shadows is going to take down Lance. Even on the flank, Lance does not get any luck with a high noon. Just gonna get taken down. Dire Raven on the flank though. We're gonna see the Zarya v Zarya. It's gonna be close here, but no. Void is just gonna walk in here. Oh, are they gonna be able to finish the map? No one's gonna be. Oh, no. Lance is gonna be able to try and contest here, but it's not going to be very long. 15 seconds for Void.
Well, when you consider the fact that they started that third phase push with what, almost 5 minutes?
Yeah.
That was an amazing hold. They almost full held that for 5 minutes, which would have been absolutely insane for anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. They could have held that. Uh, it was so long of a hold. It was like 4.5,
Something
nearly
like that.
5 minutes of a hold. That's really good from Delta Threat. Nothing to be ashamed of there, honestly.
No, and again, like we've been saying, every fight there was so close. Every fight was just on a razor's edge of tilting one way or the other, and they just kind of kept Delta Threat just kept barely turning it in the favor, barely turning in the favor. But finally, the ult advantage was just too much. Finally, they were able to build it up on the side of Void, and they were able to take over after 4 minutes of beating their head against the solid brick wall that is Noodles and Friends.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna see sort of coming out here. We have almost a mirror, but a few differences. You have the Lucio on the side of Void. They're playing their Ryan Zarya, and the double shield on the side of Delta Threat.
Yeah, I'm like, the more I'm seeing it, the more I'm liking Sigma composition coming out of it. It's very kind of strange as they kind of counteract each other, as one's kind of a pokey tank and the other just wants to brawl, but they're making it work.
Absolutely. Leviathan is going to get that one little headshot onto the flankers. They're going to deter them from going in. And Narcissus getting the early pick on the Lance is also going to deter that a little. But it's going to get resurrected there. So we're going to see how well this goes. Narcissus going to push in. Going to get antied. Going to get taken down. Joker's going to find the kill there. And Dire Raven also going to get antied. Not going to get taken down, though. Well, I say that. Going really low there, but Criticus is going to fall as well. That's a lot less damage coming out from the members of Delta Threat, and Delta Threat going to keep pushing here. Joker just finding so many kills.
I tell you, I want to give a shout out to Sweaty Age and Pazuzu. Actually, both of them have just been hitting some absolutely massive fight opening nades all night. Look at that again. Mirrorleg gets hit by the nade, has to retreat, can't even contest. I don't know. Both of these Anas are just devastating these backlines. And look at another one. They can't push forward.
If we talked about every single amazing anti-nade,
we'd be here all night.
Yeah, we'd be here all night. We'd have like a 6-hour stream, honestly, on our hands. So Delta Threat just still pushing here. Just having this cart just gonna keep pushing, but this is such a strong position to hold here. If you are Void, you have the ultimates, but it's 11 ultimates here. There comes the Gravitic Flux, here comes the Bob, here comes the Beat. So many ultimates are coming out here. Shadow's gonna find the pickup on the Lance, and Leviathan's gonna find the pickup onto Pazuzu. It's gonna be close here. The Shatter gonna find a lot there. Leviathan's gonna find the pickup there. Narcissus going to find the picks there that they need. There you go. Void gonna stabilize there.
And what a surprise, another absolutely massive shatter coming out in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody's getting their turn to hit big shatters today.
Yeah, it's just amazing, it feels like everyone's just getting their chance to pop off,
I feel like every main tank has hit a massive shatter at some point.
Yeah. So, but now the ult economy is really in favor of Delta Threat here. So many ultimates, and we're gonna see again how many they have to use to get this fight into their favor. Dire Raven's gonna get slept immediately. What a good play there from Sweaty Asian, from not Sweaty Asian, from Pazuzu there, and the ult. I think the Bob was the only ult that came out there, but that's it. That is a great fight coming out there from Delta Threat. And they're going to start for it. Yeah, absolutely. And the ult economy still in their favor.
Yeah, that is such. I mean, you said how they're going to use their ultimates. Well, they needed one, and that was it. So I don't think it gets any more efficient than that, right? Except for maybe an off of 0. But
absolutely.
Investing ultimate, man, that was a really efficient fight. That was really well done.
The Graviton, here comes the Dragons. Narcissus is going to go down, though, but the Dragon's going to find a pick and another under Joker. Both the tanks for Delta Threat are going to go down here. And it's just going to be the remaining members, the damage and supports, just left on their own, needing to run away.
Narcissist gets down to about 30 HP, but manages to get out. Just, man, Narcissist loves towing that line of
Oh, gosh.
absolute feeding and absolute just clobbering the enemy team to pieces.
Absolutely.
And honestly, the fuel skin makes a lot of sense.
My ultimate is ready.
Absolutely. It is just such, it really is just towing that line, never stepping over it, but just right on it between feeding and feasting. And here comes the great Puck, gonna lift off Mirror. All right. Oh! Joker getting 4 in that gravitic flux, just taking them all down, and that's a great flux coming out from Joker, just getting so many kills. Joker gonna get 5.
5?
Why not?
5 and a bob, 5.5.
5 and a bob.
5 and a
know?
bob.
Let me handle it.
5 and a bob.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Great positioning by Joe. Great job by the rest of the team, though. Like, as you notice, when they were in the air on the flux, shooting them down.
Shatter gonna get 2. Dragon's gonna come out, not gonna get anything here. Joker gonna get the Narcissist. Both these Reinhardts are going down here. The Resurrect going to come in onto Noodles here, but it looks like Void are just gonna barely hold on here. Noodles is still going to try and feast on the members of Void here. Joker's gonna get a pick though. Lance as well. They could pull this back, but Dire Raven, not if Dire Raven has anything to say about it. They're just going absolutely nuts on the Zarya.
Such a good, and that shows you the strength of the defensive spawn there. When you're trading out at this point on the map, it heavily favors the defense. I mean, the spawn rooms are night and day difference. I mean, you're talking about a 30-second run back for the attackers and about 5 for the defenders.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely here. And now it seems like the ult economy has just flipped itself over. It's now Void who have that 3 ultimates compared to almost nothing on the side of Delta Threat here. And you know, it's gonna be a tough battle here for Delta Threat if they want to try and get this just sort of get this point here, because they have, it seems like everything is not in their favor. Here comes the Grab Dragons. Nothing there to defend them. Shadow's gonna get the 3K.
And nothing in, they didn't have anything to invest on the side of threat, and they didn't really spend too much time poking, so they didn't really build anything up. Bruticus still at 55%, Joker still at 80%, Noodles still at 60%. They didn't take the time to do what this poke composition does, and the poke. They're trying to take this brawl, but you don't want to brawl into Rein Zarya right now when they're on deep that. When they have the ult economy advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna see going forward here a couple of ults coming online for Delta Flight. Here you got the Bob, you got the Gravitic Thrust, you got the Nano. Here comes the Bob from Levio Flight, going to just split the attention of Noodles on the Reinhardt to whether he's gonna block the Bob damage or he's gonna block the rest of the damage. But the Shatter from Narcissus is gonna catch 3, and it's gonna be quick fight for Void when Narcissus is in shadows like that.
Yeah. And Delta needs to get out. They have time for another fight if they get out right now.
And Shadow going to try and make it so that they can't get out, but they're just barely going to be able to duck behind cover.
Yeah. But a lot of ults on the side of Delta. They can finish this map. They can put us into extra rounds.
Yeah, we're going to see if they can do that. Joker has that Gravitic Flux again here. We're going to see if he gets as nuts as he does before. It looks like he might there. So much damage. He's going to get the pick up on the Shadow. He's going to get 2 picks as well, his team. The Nano's going to come out onto Narcissus, but there's so much damage going into him that you might as well just not have done it at all. And you just absolutely... They're going to push in. It's going to be overtime no matter what happens here. But still, they're going to finish this map with just only 15 seconds behind behind Void here. Such a close map. Such a close series.
This series is giving you everything. If you're a fan of Overwatch right now, you are absolutely loving this match. It is such a close map, and there's difference in close match. Sometimes, man, these teams are, you get teams that are just both kind of excuse my language, a bit of hot garbage. But man, these two teams are playing out of their minds tonight. Shadow getting clutch shot after clutch shot. Both of these Reinhardts hitting absolutely massive shatters. The Sigma and the Zarya off tanks hitting huge, 4 or 5 man grads. We saw Joker with a four kills on a flux. These Annas, massive nades. The Mercies, huge fight turning reses, mid fights. This is such great Overwatch that if you're not enjoying yourself, you probably just don't enjoy the game in general.
Yeah, absolutely. This has just been an amazing, it's just been amazing. Honestly, this entire series has just been amazing.
I do want to give a shout out. We got Zerga, just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for supporting the community. Absolutely love you. Thank you so much.
That's Poggers backwards, if you didn't notice. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for subscribing. We got another one earlier in the stream, and I'm really thankful of that. It's Tranquility is an amazing community here, and we're seeing some amazing teams from that community duke it out here with that Ryan Zarya, with that double shield. We're gonna see what's happening, and we have not one Jay Silly, but two Jay Silly.
What is happening right now? PDK Kid is losing it.
Absolutely.
Somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna watch out if you say Jay Silly too many times. PDK Kid appears in your backline with a rip tire, so just beware.
And it's such a good play because it gives you such strong pushing power. You make so much space with the Junkrat.
Absolutely, and Delta Threat, it's just showing them how it's done here. 55% on the ult for Bruticus here on that Junkrat, and it's just been just a masterclass, it's just been a masterclass on Junkrat here so far. Overtime's gonna tick in, but this card is moving so close, 1.2 meters here, but Bruticus is gonna go down. Shadow heard what I said and said it's time to show them how it's really done. Gonna get trapped there. Shadow doing so much damage. The reses are gonna come in here. And Narcissus gonna get the pick up on a Joker. Shadow's gonna go low. He has that rip tire though. Here it comes. We're gonna see what it gets here. Shadow gonna use that rip tire, but it's not even gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. It's going to be the end of the round for Delta Threat. Going to push it about 90 meters if I remember correctly.
A strong for 1 minute, strong push.
Absolutely. So you have about probably
two fights.
Yeah, it's probably 2 fights. So it's
if you take an aggressive first corner, you can get 2 fights.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like 1 or 2 fights here for Void, and we're not talking they have to win 1 or 2 fights. We're gonna have 1 or 2 fights in total. And it's going to be a question of who wins, for who's going to win this round and who's going to potentially even win this series.
Yeah, Void wins the map. That's it. Series over. 3-1. Delta Threat wins the map. Strong possibility there, too. Like, honestly, at this point, it's a 50-50 shot on the map. We go to map 5. We go back to Control to decide who wins this incredibly close matchup today. Mm-hmm. I really don't want it. I wanted to go map 5. I wanted to go map 6 and 7.
Absolutely. Sadly, we aren't, unless Void pushes this car at 95.85 meters to a T and then loses it there.
We will just hops off the cart.
No. But still, we're gonna see what happens here as we're going forward.
On the Widow.
Yeah, Shadow on the Widow. Again, looking for these early picks, and there you go. Levioflight getting the pick up onto Pazuzu is just the early pick you want there. It's going to get res, though, so that's absolutely crucial there. And Lance is going to find the pick up onto Levioflight and onto Mirale. Mirale is going to go down. That's a way bigger pick than just the Ana that gets res. Finding the Mercy and finding the Ashe as well. That's such a good pick there. And Joker's just able to do so much damage on the retreating members of Void here. 30 seconds for them. They need this next fight. Need it.
But the big thing, Sweaty Asians, 70% to Nano right now. Nano can win a fight on its own. You Nano, or a Nano Junkrat, that amount of damage. Nano or Junkrat put a Mercy boost on him. People are going to start falling left and right.
Yeah, PDK would just, absolutely be where he just think and say, I want that. Pazuzu is going to get taken down, but gonna get resurrected, but Resvero is gonna give their life for it. We're gonna see if this fight happens. Shadow going to take down Noodles here. Leviathan gonna take down Lance as well. That's absolutely critical there. Bruticus going to try and use his tire to stall out the point. They're going to take the tire! They just barely touch the point though.
Somebody's got to touch.
It's gonna be so close here. Shadow takes down Joker. It's a matter of inches here. Shadow going to use the tire, zone off the point. And oh no, not like this. Not like this. Noodles is just going to be able to come in, but it's not going to be enough. And here it is, the end of this. Boyd going to take it 3-1 in an incredible series.
Wow, what a series. So many great plays. Shadow here, I'm assuming this is the grab dragon.
Yeah.
Joker with the 4-man grab. And just both Noodles and Narcissus, massive shatters. Like this match was absolutely incredible.
Absolutely, this was an incredibly hype match, and I couldn't have thought of any better way for it to end. The tire coming in from Bruticus just starts that overtime wake burning down, but it was so close. Bruticus just almost got the point, but they were just able, the members of Void were just able to take it out. They were just able to, squeak out with the victory here. The score may say 3-1, but it was a 3-2 in my heart.
Oh my god. That was the closest 3-1 I'd ever seen in my life. But fortunately for Delta Threat, we talked about it. That one map could be absolutely crucial for them moving forward. That one map could be big, because now instead of a 4-0, it's a 3-1. It's only that -2 map differential. Big difference. As we're seeing right now, this pool is just locked up with people at 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be so close here for our next. Okay. It's going to be I don't know what happened there. I heard entering the Black Forest. I don't know what's happening. But still, it's going to be really close heading forward. I'm really excited to see where Aurum Pool A goes going forward here. But all I can say is, no matter what happens, if this is the second place team and the 5th place team, I cannot wait to see what happens here. Void is actually playing against Modify, the #1 team in their pool next week. That's going to be an amazing match, and I'm so excited to see it.
Take notice, Modify. There's a lot of great gamer team. A lot of people showed up tonight, but speaking of great gamers, man, I think I gotta give my MVP tonight. Honestly, all 3 main tanks. I'm pulling a curveball here. I'm going all, because every single one of them, great plays, absolutely massive shatters, and they took turns controlling the space, asserting dominance like a main tank is supposed to be. I couldn't pick a favorite out of the 3 of them, so I'm going all 3 main tanks. Showdown Shane, especially though. Wait, was it Shane that got the shatter on Anubis, or was that? I think that's
I don't remember, but it was such an amazing
play.
That
shatter on Anubis. Whoever got that was incredible. So those are my picks for MVP tonight.
For me, my MVP. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go with kind of the expected. I'm gonna have to go with Levioflay. Just it seemed perpetually in the kill feed, just always popping off on the Ash, on whatever, and just an amazing performance overall. So just an incredible performance from both of these teams, from everyone on these rosters. Incredible job, and just an incredible game of Overwatch that was played today. I'm so excited for what's coming next.
Oh man, we have some great matchups coming down the tube this week. So please tune in tomorrow, tune in Thursday, and tune into the Friday feature. And don't forget the Monday podcast. Please, there's so much work this community does, and we thank everybody for all the producers. We gotta thank Juke for putting on an absolute great production tonight. All the replays you see, all the everything. Thank you so much for doing all the work behind the scenes that a lot of people may just expect and not really appreciate all of the work that gets done to make our casting lives so much easier.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, we are going to sign off here. This was Overwatch Tranquility, the Harmony tier. We had Void taking it 3-1 in a really close game over Delta Threat. And, that was amazing. So, until next time, I've been K-Wing.
And I'm Volnilo.
And we will see you next time.